win your followers' hearts. My name is Sanne Christensen from the Millionaire Coaches. And you see, the problem we hear a lot from a lot of our clients is that, my followers or my leads, the people in my social media, they don't react. They don't want to engage, or they don't want to sign up for this thing, or they don't want to do this. They don't want to answer my questions when I'm chatting with them. They don't do this. See, absolutely. That is a huge problem for most coaches out there, that they do not get engagement enough, do not get attraction enough, do not get conversations enough to move people, to move the business move forward. So what I believe everyone wants instead is really attracting people so they want to stay connected, so they want what you got, so they want to get you your next thing out there. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And if you're watching this live, please come in and say hi while you're here. If you're watching this on replay afterwards, please do write hashtag replay out there in the comment field. And let's dig into this. What we're going to go through is 3 steps. And step number 1, let's go to it. It's a genuine attraction formula. Step number 1 is all about understand. We need to understand our avatar, our ideal client, our avatar, or the lead we are talking to. What does that mean? Well, most people do make content that just doesn't resonate with the perfect leads. That's the truth. I know it sometimes feels a little bit hard, but that's the truth. It doesn't resonate. People only engage in things that actually make sense to them. They can actually see themselves in. Hi, as you come in, nice to have you here live. So we need to understand them. We can't talk to people without understanding. What is it we need to understand? Let's dig deeper into that. We need to understand, first of all, that if you're looking at your ideal client, what is it they really want? What is their wants? If they are looking like short term into the future, what is it they really want? What is their desires? You need to know and write down everything that you see. They want this, they want this, they want this, all the things that you can see about your ideal client. What is it they want? What is it that they desire? We need to speak to that. But not just that. We need to also understand and speak to, if they were getting all of that, what is it? What is their aspiration? What is the aspiration? What is it they really want long term? How, if they could see, if I got that thing solved that is like nearby, what will happen? What's possible for me in the future? We need to understand that. We need to understand how they think, but we also need to see on the negative part. We need to understand their frustrations. What is the frustrations they have right now? Or the problems they have right now? What are the frustrations? What are the problems right now? And I've heard a lot of people saying, yeah, but I don't want to talk to the negative. But the problem is, like, every time anyone will listen to anything and be like pulled towards it, attracted to it, you see, we need to understand psychology for doing this, because knowing people, we know that things that are negative around us, things that we don't want to have in our life, how many of you can say and see that those negative things, they kind of take more attention than the positive? We kind of have more focus on what's negative, what's not working, what's the problem, what's the frustration, than the positive part. Can you see that? Please write it makes sense to you if you see that. Because if we understand that, or if we are having resistance towards talking to anything negative, you're going to lose a lot of your leads because they are not listening to you, because they can see that you're talking about something that is they can have out there, but they're just like stuck in, yeah, I understand, I really want that, but not possible for me because this and this and this. Yeah, but it doesn't apply to me because this and this and this. So what is this and this and this? What is it? What is the frustrations that is blocking them from seeing what's possible out there in the future? We need to understand that, because we need to be willing to and be able to talk into that so they resonate with what we're writing. And if we see that they are not taking care of the problems or frustrations they have right now, what is it really that they're fearing that will happen if they look into the future? What will it turn to? Just as if they get what they want in short time, what is the aspiration long time? You need to understand all that. I would absolutely suggest that you write down everything about that. You need to understand your clients. That's step number one in order for us to be able to talk to our leads. So step number two is simple as just being curious. So curiosity. We need to be curious about them, because when we are writing, when we are doing content and we get response, we want to be curious about understanding how come they respond like that? How come they say those things? And when we start chatting, because chatting is an individual dialogue in Messenger with another person who reacted on your content, we do that to understand our leads. When you are selling by chat or moving people forward by chat, it's all about getting a deeper understanding of that person. We can never fall into the trap of believing we know who they are, what they think, what they do, because no one wants to be talked to as a group. People want to be individuals. People want to be seen and heard. This is like basic human needs, to be seen, heard, and understood. So we need to be curious to actually understand them, not pretend we want to, but actually want to. Be genuine, whatever you do, every time you make content, every time you're in the chat, just be genuine, interested in the person you talk to. So curiosity, how do we use that? Yeah, first of all, what we're not going to do is we're not going to judge anyone. Never judge your leads. Never judge anyone. Just never judge anyone. People do the best they can with what they have. So don't judge them. Don't try to believe that you know how they are like. Be curious to understand. Ask the questions to understand. And the other thing is, we don't want to mind read. We don't want to don't want to be trapped in that, oh, I believe that, oh, this person probably don't want this, or this person probably want this. And I see this happening so often to clients of mine when they just start doing the chats. And common thing when we mind read is that when we are having people commenting or we are starting a chat, the normal thing would be that having the feeling of thinking or believe that, oh, this person probably don't need me. This person probably don't need what I have to offer. Or I can probably not help this. Or this person probably don't want to talk to me. This is all mind reading, because it's all going on within your head. You haven't asked them, do you really want to talk? Do you want this? So what you do instead of mind reading, judging, is that you start just being curious and ask, hey, is it okay with you? I ask a couple of questions just to understand a little bit more about your problem. See, this is just asking for permission to actually start a conversation, and let people do their own work and deciding if they want to talk or not. So we want to do that. And then we can start once we have permission, and always, always, always get permission before you start asking questions. Always ask for permission first. And once you've got the permission, now you can start asking curious question. Hey, I'm curious. What is it you really want within this area? Hey, what is your biggest challenge within this area? And why is this a challenge to you? Or why do you want this? We can go both ways. We can go up and we can go down. And knowing most people will react on the negative is probably a good way to just look at that direction as well. So why is that a problem to you? For how long has this been a problem for you? What do you believe about that? How would you love it to be instead? What would that look like? If it was like this, what would it look like in your life? How would things be different in your life? How would that make you feel? What would be possible in your life if it was like this? See, all of this is just questions that we genuinely ask to understand, because we're curious to understand their model of their world, not the model of the world we created. We think how it is. We want to understand them, and they want to. See, this is the greatest gift you can ever give someone. Giving them some questions where they get a time to actually stop up and reflect and actually check in. So, does this make sense? Just write sense. I want to know this makes sense for you guys. So we want to be curious and actually ask those questions to understand. And then we come to part number 3 at that point. And part number 3 is just making sure that everything we do is valuable. Just write value, that's fine, it's short. So we want to go for value. Value for who do we want value? We want value for the one who we want to help, not value for us. Because what I see, mistake number 1 I see out there in jungle of social media content is there is so many people who are writing content that is written because they themselves have something they want. Let me give you an example of how that would look like. Hey, you guys, I got this beautiful program. It's amazing. It will start on Tuesday next week, and we will do on my course. You'll go through this and this and this and this and this, and we could do this every Tuesday at this time and this time and this time and this time. And the price of my course is this. Who else than you should think that's valuable to hear that you have that course? And I know this will feel a little provocating to some of you, because some of you actually believe that, well, they need to understand that this is my program and they might want to go to my program. No one wants to go to programs. No one wants to buy any courses. No one wants to have all of that. You know what they want? They want to solve the problems. They want to have value in their life. They want to have results in an area in their life where they don't feel everything is either good, or they can see they need something more or better. They want value, they want results. They don't want courses or programs. I really hope this makes sense, because just changing your content away from everything that is come and buy my course content, ads content, to actually focusing on what would then be interesting to the leads will change so much. And what would then be interesting? Yeah, instead of talking about your program when it's on and all these boring details. Another boring detail, what's your name of your program? Who gives a damn what's the name of your program, your business, or your method? No one cares. No one cares. You care, and you should, because it's your business, it's your heart, isn't it? You should care. But when it comes to marketing, it's not about you. Marketing is never about us. Marketing is always about the one on the other side that we are trying to talk to. So what is valuable to the one on the other side? What's valuable to the one on the other side is when you are giving away free value. Give them something. Give them some trainings, as we're doing here. We're doing trainings every week. And if you implement those trainings, it's going to be really helping you a long way. So give value. Talk about things that help them reflect. Give them some tools. Give them some real value. And when you do that, now that you come from a place of actually doing things because you want to help and you want to make a change, you know what happens? Now you attract leads. Now you have people trusting you, and people who actually knows what you're doing. And now you can be curious. Now you can ask the questions because now they understand who you are. You build your authority, and they understand you actually do one thing: you care. And marketing is simple as that. Marketing and sales, what you need most of all is truly genuine care about those people out there. No one will never, ever buy just because you have something to sell. No one cares what you want to sell. People buy because they want something in their life. So give them that. Give them an insight to what's possible. So instead of talking about the product or the course, talk about the value. And exactly the same in your sales call. This goes all the way through, right? So even in the sales calls, it's not about you presenting every detail about what's included in your program. It's about on getting them and helping them. Oh, yes, I know. It's about helping them to realize what difference will it make in my life if I got this huge thing solved? How would my life be better on the other side of solving this? That's what you're going to help them with. Because presenting your program on a sales call is not going to sell your program. Helping them to understand the value in which, if they implement everything you got to do and what's possible for them in their life, will. So I hope this has been valuable for you. Please write value if it's been valuable for you. And I'm going to invite you now because we are going to run our last challenge where we're actually going to help you to dig deeper, understand your avatar, and understand how to change the mindset to actually be able to sell much, much more. If you want one of the, I believe we have 12 seats left. So if you want one of the last seats, we will start on Monday. Thank you. We start on Monday. If you want one of the seats, just write 12 down here. Just write 12, 1, 2, out in the chat. And the team will reach out to you and make sure you get the details. So we can train you for free for 5 days and make sure you can go out and change your business and change the life of a lot of people who deserve it out there. Have a beautiful day, everyone.